So I know I've made a video talking about the cons of what it's like being an interior designer, and I think it's been long overdue for me to make a video talking about the pros and why I love my job as an interior designer. Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Sandra and I am an interior designer here in Illinois. I also started my interior design business and I'm going to tell you why I love my job as an interior designer. So let's just get started. Starting with the first one, and that is being creative. In this field, like, that's all you do. You just be creative. There's endless ways to design something. Your creative juices are always flowing. I know that for me, I'm always just thinking about design, thinking about how I'm gonna design something, looking for inspiration. It's just endless. So I love this portion of design. I think like when people have such a passion for art or design, it just comes within. I don't know if it's just me, but it's like my heart is like thumping. Number two is I love the technical side of interior design. So if you guys don't already know this, I 3D model my client spaces because one, it helps them visualize the space, and two, I love 3D modeling and it just comes so easy to me. And I also love the detailed drawing portion. So creating those construction drawing sets for contractors and getting down to the nitty-gritty details, having the dimensions and creating the schedule. I absolutely love that type of interior design, and it just brings me so much satisfaction to create those documents and to 3D model. And I think the best part about it is once I play music or part of my headphones, it's like game over. Like, leave me alone, I'm in the zone. Moving on to the next one is I love meeting clients. Now, if you were to ask maybe 20-year-old Sandra if she loves meeting clients, I would have said heck no, because back then I was such an introvert. And I think that as a designer, I know there's some introverts designers where you just want to be behind the screen designing and you don't want to present anything, you don't want to talk to anyone, you just want to be designing. And I was one of those people until I launched my business. I had to be the person meeting the clients. I love stepping into their home, and it's a very intimate part of the process where you get to learn about their everyday life and kind of see how their home currently is. And I really do enjoy these meetings because I pick up on people's energy and their personality. So this is where I get to really fine in and tone in on what kind of person they are, what are they looking for. This might not be a pro for some people, because I think some people or some designers may not like this portion of meeting the clients. They just want to be behind the scenes. But once you start your own business and have your own company, you will learn to love these types of meetings. Okay, moving on to construction site visits. Oof, this is where my heart gets so happy, because there's something about seeing the raw construction of the space coming together just like excites me. Any chance that I get to visit a construction site visit, I will go to it, I will visit it, I would observe it, because there's always some type of learning on these visits when you're talking to the contractor, and there's always something that comes up. But for the most part, like, I love this part because I know that there's something beautiful bound to happen in the space, and just really appreciating the hard work that people put into like the construction to make it come to life. And there's install days. I feel like I could go all day talking about how fun install days are. So if you are working with a residential firm, I think you would know what I'm talking about. But basically, install days are when the furniture gets delivered to the house. There's lots of unpacking. The handyman are there assembling the furniture. And you as a designer, you're kind of running around everywhere trying to get everything set up. And it's a very exhausting, long day. But I absolutely love these days. If I could do this every day, I would, because this is where you get to see the design come to life. And all that work from behind the scenes in the computer, you selecting the materials, like, it's a long process to get to the install day. So that's why it just brings me so much satisfaction when it comes to like setting everything up, and then the client walks in and then they're like, oh my gosh, this looks so good, and then you're just like, my work here is done. I mean, it's not really done, but it makes my heart feel so full when the clients like see the design all over again and they fall in love with it all over again. So like I said, I could go on about how fun install days are. So after install days usually come photo shoots, and that is another thing that I love about my job is photographing the interior, because you get to play with the props and style the shot and kind of make it look like someone's living there, but at the same time not. And I know I have taken you guys behind the scenes on some photo shoots, and I think that I really enjoy this part of the process of my job, is being present on photo shoots and assisting with the styling, getting that perfect shot, and you know that the pictures are just going to turn out fantastic. So let's talk about perks. As an interior designer, there are perks when you work for certain design firms. And the first one is lunch and learns. When I worked for commercial or residential, there was always like these fun lunch and learns where the vendors would come to you, or sometimes you would go to the vendor, they would provide lunch. Who doesn't love free food? And they would teach you about the product or material, or about new things that are coming into the line. Then there's the evening social events. So if you work in one of those like busy cities, when I was downtown Chicago, there was always some type of an event happening for our industry. So our boss would get invited to these types of events, and she would invite us. There was a time where we got invited to a boat cruise and just kind of socialize with other vendors in the industry, other design firms. And there was another time where our vendor invited us to their yacht and just kind of took us around Lake Michigan. That was also really fun. Lots of wine drinking. And I think there was another night where it was like yoga night. So really fun like evening events and social events for interior designers in the industry. There's always something happening, and I really, if there's an event, I'm always down to go. So I'm the type of person that I love to like socialize afterwards. There's of course, you know, company outings and events, and I always look forward to those because I love kind of team bonding with my other coworkers back then. So I was always that type of person. I was like, yeah, sign me up, let's do it. So, and there's also free samples. As a designer, you always get free samples to any product that you want to see in real life. And it's really, I don't know, for me it's so exciting to get a sample, because you're like, oh my gosh, you get to like kind of touch it, feel it, look at it, at how it is in real life. Last but not least, you can make money in this field. So according to recent studies, the average salary for interior designer is $48,000 to $53,000 a year. Now, I know it's not a high-paying job right off the bat. You're not making $100,000 a year your first year in the industry, but there is potential to grow and to earn more money. I lived a very comfortable lifestyle when I was under this salary, and of course, like in the beginning, I was a little bit limited because I was trying to pay off my school loans, but once I was done with that, I lived a life that I was able to enjoy. And I feel like a lot of people get scared to become an interior designer because they think they're not going to make money, or they're going to be living in the streets, and their family members are like, are you sure you're going to make money as an interior designer? Like, are you sure you're going to be able to afford this or that? I mean, we're not going to be living off the street, guys. Depending on the city that you live, if there's like a high demand for interior designers, of course there is always so many opportunities and so many ways that you can earn more money. I have researched that the demand for interior designers is expected to grow over the next several of years. So that's just my take on the money portion of a lifestyle of interior designer. Of course, that if you have your own business and you are very successful, there is obviously so much potential to earn more money. But yeah, overall, those are the things that I love about being an interior designer. I'm really passionate about creating beautiful and functional designs, and I love everything related to my career, whether that's selecting finishes, 3D modeling, meeting with the client, presenting. I would just say the whole umbrella of design is what I love. That is it. Let me know what you guys love about being an interior designer in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will catch you guys on the next video.